Hello everybody, Merry Christmas to all out there. It's been an interesting 2020, and I guess Christmas time should be no different in 2020 than any other time. Wasn't sure what to do on the channel for Christmas Day, so I thought I'd give everybody the bird. And we are in the Mark Fydrich replay. So I didn't plan, I was kind of doing this off the cuff, so I don't have the numbers in front of me for his season total. I will update that in the next start. But this start, he is back home against the Orioles. We'll go through the lineups very quickly for the Orioles. Bumbry's in center. Bobby Grich is at second. Reggie Jackson's in right. Lee May's the DH. Ken Singleton's in left. Tony Muser is at first. The Sensei's at third. Belanger's at short. And Dave Duncan is the catcher. And on the mound for the Orioles, 20-game winner Wayne Garland will be opposing Mark Fydrich. For the Tigers, LaFleur is in center. Mankowski, a recent call-up, at third. Of course, this is September 7th, so the September call-ups have occurred for both teams. Ogilvy's in right. Stobbs the DH. Thompson's at first. Dan Myers in left. Bruce Kim, the personal catcher, is batting seventh. Mark Wagner at short, and Chuck Scribner at second base. Now, after playing all the Washington National Stratomatic games, hopefully I haven't forgotten how to play the inside pitch, so we'll try to keep from making too many boo-boos, hopefully. We shall see. Fydrich finishing up those warm-up tosses, and we're ready to go here facing Al Bumbry. And that's a 5-4. 5-4 on Fydrich is a range play, so we go to Bumbry's card for the range check. 3-6 is a ground ball to first. We're checking the range of Thompson. He is a 3. 3 or less, he makes the play. And he does. So Thompson will flip to Fydrich covering, and they get the speedy Bumbry one down, as Thompson had to go way into the hole near second base, towards second base, to make that play. Here's Bobby Grich. Fydrich 2-4, and that's a possible error if a throw is needed. 6-2, that's a single pass shortstop, so no throw is going to be needed. Just a single pass short. And Grich is aboard. His attempt is a 2. We'll see if anything happens. It's a 9, so nothing's going on. Infield will be at double play depth, which means the range of the infielders will drop by 1, but the double play rating goes up by 1 on everybody else. Here's Reggie. Reggie Jackson is 1 year with the Orioles. He did hit 27 homers, 91 runs driven in, hit 277 while stealing 28 bases. So, kind of wonder why the Orioles didn't keep him, but George Steinbrenner came calling the following season, and the rest is history for the Yankees. Here's Fydrich to Jackson. And we got to roll the strategy. Oh, I already rolled the strategy roll, so no worries there. All right, 4-4 on Fydrich is a blank. So we go to Jackson's card. 5-4. And 5-4 is a ground ball to short. Could be a double play because, like I said, they're playing double play depth. That turns this 3 into a 4. The pivot to 0. So it's a 1-4 for a double play. 5 or 6 and the inning continues. It's a 1. It's a double play, so that will take care of it. 6-4-3. 6-4-3 double play. And the inning is over. So the Orioles come away empty thanks to that twin killing, as Fydrich induced the double play grounder. All right, Wayne Garland finishing up his warm-up tosses for the O's. And he'll be facing leadoff man Ron LaFleur. 5-4 is a blank on Garland's card. We'll go to LaFleur. 2-1, and that's a ground ball back to Garland. Easy play, 1 down. And that'll bring up Mankowski, who only had 85 at-bats all season. Most of those came in the month of September. He's in there in place of Rodriguez. 5-4, again, same role he had last time on Garland. It is a blank. Mankowski, a 5-4 again, and that is going to be a ground ball to second. Grich will put it away. See if I can roll something besides a 5-4 for a change. As Ben Ogilvy comes up. 6-5, and 6-5 is against a right-hander, it's a star line. Against a left-hander, it's a possible strikeout. He is left-handed. Strikeout chance is 11. He's a 10, but the stadium adds a 1, makes him an 11. So that will be a strikeout. So nothing doing for the Tigers in the bottom of the first, as Garland puts him out 1, 2, 3. We go to the second, no score. And Lee May will lead things off for the Orioles, followed by Singleton and Muser. 3-3, and that's the ballpark card, so we're going to Tiger Stadium for this result. 2-6, that's a ground ball to short. Easy play for Wagner, flips over to Thompson, one away, and that'll bring up the switch hitting Ken Singleton. 6-4, that is a double question mark to get us out. You need a 1 through 5 to get a star line. That's a 1, so it will be a star line. He's a switch hitter batting left, so that double question mark there leads us right here. 1 to 5, you get that result, which is a star line. So since it was a 1, it is a star line. The out itself is going to be a fly to center for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down, and that brings up Tony Muser, the first baseman. Following season, Eddie Murray would take over at first base mostly. 3-5. 3-5 is a blank, so we go to Muser's card. 6-6, he's going to fly to center, and LaFleur puts that one away as well. Nothing doing for the O's through 2 innings for them. Go to the bottom of the second, no score. Here on a Christmas edition of the Bird. We got 2 birds going, actually. We got the Orioles, the Birds, the Oriole Birds, and the Mark the Bird Fydrich. Here's Rusty Staub, DH. 6-6 is double question mark. 1 to 8 would be a single. That's an 18, so we treat it as a blank. Staub's got to try to earn it. 6-6, ground ball to second. Can't earn it. As Grich throws over to Muser, 1 away. Here's Thompson. 6-1 is blank on Garland. We go to Thompson. 4-3, and that's a liner right to short. Hit it hard, but right at Belanger. 2 up, 2 down. Take us to Dan Meyer. 1-4 is a blank on Garland. We go to Meyer. 3-5, and that is a star line 2, which is a ground ball to short. Easy play. Nothing doing for the Tigers in the second. We go to the third, no score. Here from Tiger Stadium. Pitching duel between Mark Fydrich and Wayne Garland. The real game was won by the Orioles 5-3. So we'll see if how that turns out to this game. Here's DeSensei. 3-3 is back to the ballpark card. Tiger Stadium. Get that @ sign. Means we go to Tiger Stadium. 1-3, and that's a ground ball to third. Mankowski's got it. 1 away. He throws over to Thompson to record the out. 5-3 on the put out officially. Mark Belanger. 4-1. Shows a wild pitch, but nobody's on base, so we treat it as a foul ball, and we re-roll on Fydrich's card. 6-2 is a range play at the ballpark, so we go to Tiger Stadium for a range play. Belanger, 3-4. That's a single to right field, but we're checking the range of Ogilvy, who is a 3. So if he can get to this, he will prevent that single. 1-3, and it's an out. 4-5-6, the single holds. It's a 6, so it's going to be a base hit. Base hit for Belanger, and his attempt is a 5. See if he can get a jump. 15, he cannot. Infield at double play depth for Dave Duncan. Fydrich, 6-3, strikeout chance. That's a 6. That will be a strikeout, so they don't need the double play anymore. There's already 2 outs now. Back to the top of the order for Al Bumry. Make sure there's nothing on the strategy roll. There's not. Fydrich, 6-4. 6-4 is a double question mark again. Bumry's a lefty. 1 to 5 is the star line, but that's a 19. Too much. Skip it. Go to Bumry. 1-5 is a question mark 8. 1 through an 11, he gets the hit, but that's an 18, so it's just going to be a fly to center in the inning. Bumry apparently had very few at-bats against lefties because even though he has 450 total at-bats, he is not rated at all on a split chance. So that's one of the downfalls, one of the few downfalls in this game that I find is that they don't rate players who had a lot of at-bats against lefties if they had less than 40 against lefties. If he had less than 40, that means he had at least 400 and say 15 at-bats against righties with 35 against lefties. I would say that makes a difference. You need to penalize him for facing lefties because obviously Earl Weaver did not want him facing lefties. But I digress. I don't want to get off on a tangent. Just explaining that even though he had 450 at-bats, there's nothing here. It's all a generic cookie cutter card. All the figures are the same. so it's not rated for lefty-righty splits. But in this case, the 18, he's going to be out with the fly to center to end the inning. So nothing doing for the O's. We go to the bottom of the third. Still no score. And it's not a quote-unquote criticism of the game. It's just one of the things I think that keeps it from being really super. I mean, it's a really good game as it is, but I mean, it could just be the ultimate. If two things can make this game the ultimate. One is having the lefty-righty splits for anybody with, say, over 100 bats total. Could get lefty-righty ratings. And on the PC game, if they had a AI on the computer that you could simulate the rest of the games and then play your own, that would be great. But again, that's wishful thinking. All right, so Wayne Garland facing Bruce Kim. Start the bottom of the third. 3-5. That's a potential walk. That's a 6, so it will be a leadoff walk to Kim. And Kim runs surprisingly well. He stole 4 bases, so he's got a 3 attempt. So see if anything's going on with that. It is not, so Kim will hold. Here's Mark Wagner. He's an excellent bunter, but he's not a bad hitter either, so they're going to let him swing away. The Art double play depth. 5-2 is a blank on Garland. Wagner 6-4. He's going to single to right field, and that's why you don't bunt. He singles to right to get from first to third on an S9. You add 2 to the base running rating of Kim, and he runs at a 2. It becomes a 4. So he's up to a 4. The right fielder Jackson's a -1 would make it a 3. So a 3 or less, and he will make it. And he does. So how about that? Kim will stretch it to third base. A little aggressive base running there. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Wagner does have a 1 for his attempt, but nothing's happening. So now the Orioles have to decide, do you play double play depth to try to cut the inning down to a smaller amount, or do you play the infield in, taking the chance of a big inning? They're going to think the runs are going to be hard to come by. They're playing the infield in. 4-2, blank on Garland. Here's Scrivener. 5-4. And that's a liner to third. This could be a double play. Liner to third. And there's a chart that says on a line drive to third with the runner on third and the third baseman, if it's a 3, if he rolls a 3, it's a double play. So let's see if we get a 3. We do not, so the runners get back. But now there's one away. Scrivener hit it hard, but right at the sensei. But fortunately for Kim, he was paying attention. He could get back. Now here is LaFleur. Again, we'll roll strategy roll to make sure there's no pickoff or anything. It's a 20, so that means we got a chance at a balk pickoff or a pickoff error. And the pickoff, of course, would be at first base. But a 1 is a balk, 2 to 6, and the runner on first, Wagner, gets picked off. 7 to 8 is a pickoff error. 9 or higher, we ignore it. That's a 10, so we ignore it. Nothing's happening. All right, so LaFleur is up, and again, they're going to play the infield in. 1-4 is a blank. We go to LaFleur. 6-1, ground ball to first with the infield in. Probably wouldn't have been a double play because this double play rating is only a 2, so it's probably a good thing they played the infield in. And when you play the infield in, let's see here, infield in, -2 of the BR rating with the runner on third. So Kim is a 2, he drops to a 0, so he basically has to hold. Now the question is the play at first, or is the play, they get a forced play at second? And to be honest with you, I'm not sure how that's played. I'm thinking if you're freezing the runner with the infield in, you're just tagging the bag. So that's the way I'm going to play it. 3 unassisted with Wagner going to second. There may be maybe I should have checked to see if there was a forced play there, but I'm not 100% sure how that's done. So I'm just going to leave it as is. So runners advance. Runners are now at second and third with 2 outs. For Phil Mankowski, nothing on the 20. Garland, 6-6, double question mark. 1 to 8 would be a single. That's a 1. So that's a single, S1. And on S1, everybody from second home scores. So that's a 2-run single. 2-run single for Mankowski. And again, that could only be a 1-run single if I played this incorrectly. But I'm checking the charts here and I don't see anything readily available. Of course, I don't have the most, they do amendments all the time, and so I don't always have the most up-to-date charts. Let's see if there's anything here that I can find. All right, let's see something here. First, now if the infield's in, it's a -2. I'm not seeing anything about how that's played. But I'm thinking if you're taking the time to check the runner, you're not going to have time to throw it to second. Like I said, I could be wrong. I'm sure it's in the rules somewhere. I just can't find it. And it, like I said, it does affect a run here possibly. All right, I'm going to kind of go with what it says here with runner at third. Try for runner going home or take the auto out at first. So I'm thinking I'm taking the auto out at first. Like I said, RJL and some other folks that are a little more adept at this than me probably would say I should have thrown to second to check for a force, but I don't know. I'm just going to play it as it is. Mankowski gets the 2-run single. Tigers lead at 2-0. And that brings up Ogilvy. Nothing on a strategy roll. 1-5 is a range play on Garland. Now, if Ogilvy gets a hit, it's a moot point. 4-1, fly to center, but we're checking the range of Bumry. He's a 3. And he fails that range check. It's a base hit. So even if he didn't score, he would have been at third. So he would have scored on that hit anyway. So I feel a little bit better now that that's save face. S8. Single 8 to get from first 30, lose 1 on your BR rating does Mankowski. So he drops to a 1. Bumry is a 1, so that makes it a 2. There are 2 outs, that makes it a 3. So 1 to 3, he will get to third base. And he does. So Mankowski makes it to third. So they would have scored anyway, so now I don't feel quite as bad about it because the score would not have changed had I held him up. It's just a matter of who gets the RBI, but I'm not keeping stats on that. So runners on the corners, 2 down. Ogilvy the batter. Staub the batter. Ogilvy does have an attempt of 4. And it's a 1, so he's going to try to steal. And to steal, he's got a 14. Garland adds 3 to that, makes it 17. Duncan adds 1 to that, makes it an 18. 1 to 18, he's successful. That's a 17, so he barely got in there, but he does steal it. And that takes the force play out of the equation. So now Garland facing... That's a 20, so we're checking the pickoff error chances or a balk chance. Pickoff would be at second base if it happens. It's a 10, so he misses it again. Nothing happening. So here's Staub. 3-3, and that is a strikeout chance against a lefty. That's an 11. Staub's only a 6, so no strikeout. Finish up on Staub. 3-5. He's going to ground to first, and the inning is over. But the Tigers pick up 2. And despite how I played that, they would have gotten 2 either way because of the base hit by Mankowski. Kind of took me off the hook of a potential problem there. But for future reference, if somebody could leave in the comments, especially if RJL is watching, leave in the comments how that should have been played, then I can, going forward, make sure I play it correctly. Or at least find, if there's a place in the rule book, I can find it. I'll check the addended rule book and see if I can check on these base running. That's the only thing really what I would call complicated about this game sometimes is the base running situations. But most times they end up being pretty easy to figure out. Just certain ones like this that can be a little bit cumbersome. All right, so now 2-0 lead for the Tigers. Fydrich to Gritch. 5-5 is a strikeout chance. That's a 20 though, way too much. Go to Gritch, 5-6, and a 5-6 is a star line 5. He grounds it to Mankowski, and there's 1 away. Brings up Reggie. Getting to a double play his first time. 2-1 is a possible error. And it's a 5-6, which is a pop up to second. Second baseman error rating, Scribner, is a 7. That's a 6. That'll be an error on Scrivener. Oh, what was I writing? I don't know why I was writing that so big there. Overzealous there. It's an error on Scrivener. E4. And I believe on the pop-up it's just a one base error, but let me double check it. Error. Let's see here. Second base drop ball. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that talks about. Yeah. Nope. For a pop-up, it's just a drop ball, which just says one base if less than 2 outs, otherwise 2 base error. So, 1 base error, Reggie will reach on the E4 from Scrivener. So now Reggie has an attempt of 5. 18, nothing's happening. I bring up Lee May, infield double play depth. 2-2 is a blank, so we go to Lee May. 4-6, that's a single to right field. You add 2 to go from first to third on a single to right field. And Reggie's BR rating is a 3, turns into a 5. Ogilvy's a 0, so 5 or less, he'll make it. And he does, so Reggie goes to third. So runners are at the corners with 1 out. And Lee May does have an attempt of 1. But nothing's happening. So infield still double play depth to try to get out of the inning. And here is Kenny Singleton, 3-4, and that's one of the star lines for Fydrich at 3-4 result. See what the star line is. It is a ground ball to second, so they were playing for double play, which means he's now a 4. So 1-4, it's a double play. It is double play, 4-6-3, and they get him out of the inning. So Fydrich pitches around the error as Singleton hits into the twin killing. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still Tigers 2 and the Orioles nothing. Wayne Garland back out trying to put the anchor down and not let the Tigers get too much further ahead, if at all. Here's Jason Thompson. 3-6, and that's a potential strikeout. 12 is right on the money for a strikeout. So Thompson is out of there. 1 away. Here's Dan Meyer. 3-5, and that's potential walk. 11's too much, not going to be a walk. Meyer, 2-3 is a ground ball to first. 2 down for Bruce Kim. 1-4 is a blank for Kim. 1-1 is a star line 5, which is a fly to center to end the inning. So after 4 complete, it is Tigers 2 and the Orioles nothing from Tiger Stadium. And now for the Orioles, Tony Muser will lead off, followed by DeSensei and Belanger. Bottom portion of the Orioles lineup, trying to get something started. Fydrich. We get a 6-1, and that's a potential walk if it's a righty, but against a lefty, it's a blank. So we move on to Muser's card. 6-3, it's a single. Single right past second base. Scrivener not able to get to it. Muser has to hold. He does not have a run rating at all, but we will roll the strategy roll to see if we get a 20. And we do not. So here's DeSensei, double play depth again for the infield. 6-6 is a blank. We go to DeSensei. 1-5, that's a fly to right. 1 away. And that brings up Belanger. Strategy roll, nothing, no 20 there. Infield still double play depth. 2-3, that's a strikeout chance, and Belanger is gone on strikes. So now the infield can go back to normal depth for Dave Duncan. Nothing happening there. Fydrich to Duncan, 3-2, and that's a blank, so we go to Duncan. Finish the at-bat, 2-6. He's going to single pass short. And to get from first to third on S6, you got to have a 5 or 6 BR rating, which Muser does not have. He's only a 2. So even with 2 outs, he cannot go anywhere past second base. So runners at first and second with 2 down for Al Bumry. Strategy roll, nothing happening. 3-6 is a strikeout chance against the righty, but a blank against the lefty Bumry. So we skip over to Bumry. 1-2 is a single pass short. This could produce a run. See, an S6 to score from home, you need a 3 through 6 BR rating. Muser's a 2, but there are 2 outs, so that will allow him to score as it bumps him to a 3. And the Orioles are on the board. Cut the lead to 2-1. Now Duncan can't get, even with 2 outs, he's not going to get to third. So, but it does now put runners at first and second with 2 down. And Tigers clinging to a 1-0 lead. I'm sorry, a 1-run lead. Here's Gritch. 5-2, and that's a blank. 6-3, and that's a double to left field for Bobby Gritch. And the Orioles going to take the lead most likely. We know Duncan's going to score from second. We'll check Bumry. He can fly. At first base, well, not fly. He's a 3 BR rating. You add 1 because there's 2 outs, makes him a 4. Ogilvy, the right fielder. I'm sorry, the left fielder is Meyer. He's a +1, so that brings him up to a 5. And then to score from first on a double to left, you subtract 1, makes it a 4. So 1-4, and Bumry will score. 5, he's got to hold. So Bumry has to hold at third base. But we're tied at 2 for Reggie Jackson. Now, do you walk Reggie Jackson? If you do intentionally, then you got to deal with Lee May. So it's not a good possibility either way. Fydrich going to bear down and just pitch to Jackson. 6-4, he got that double question mark, but the 17 is way too high. So we're going to go into Jackson's card. 2-1, it's a single pass third, so Reggie comes through in the clutch. Base hit will give the Orioles the lead. Bumry will score to make it 3-2. Now Gritch, can he score on an S5? You have to have a 5 through 6 BR rating to score, and Gritch does not have that. He's got a 3, with add 1 makes it a 4 because there's 2 outs, but it's not a 5 or 6. So Gritch has to hold at third base. But the Orioles do now lead at 3-2. We'll check the strategy roll for Reggie. That's a 3, which means he's going to try to steal. He's a 16, -3 makes him a 13, -2 from Kim is an 11. And he's in there, stolen base, Reggie Jackson. So that puts runners at second and third with 2 down for Lee May. And you can't walk Lee May because you got Singleton right behind him. Got to pitch to him, 4-2. Strikeout chance, and he'll get him. So Fydrich gets out of it, but not before the Orioles pick up 3 runs. They were all earned. So Fydrich might be in trouble now as they trail 3-2. And Wayne Garland all of a sudden finds himself with a lead here in the bottom of the 5th, leading 3-2. Wagner, 5-1 on Garland's a strikeout chance, but 14's too much. Even with the extra 1 from the stadium, it's only a 13. So no strikeout. 1-3 is going to ground ball to short. Langer over to Muser. 1 down. Here's Scrivener. 6-3 is a strikeout chance again. This time they'll get him. That's a 10. Plus 1 from the stadium is 11. And that's an 11. So Scrivener is gone. 2 down for Ron LaFleur. 5-2 is a strikeout chance. I'm sorry, 5-2 is a blank. LaFleur, 5-5. Starline 6 is a fly to right, and that's going to end the inning. So Garland, 1-2-3. Go the Tigers, and before you know it, Fydrich's got to go back out on the mound. He didn't get much of a break. Go the 6th, it's 3-2 Orioles. As Earl Weaver and his mates are trying to be the Grinch on Fydrich's Christmas Day outing. Although it's being recorded Christmas Eve. All right, but it's going to be put online on Christmas Day. All right, so here is Ken Singleton. 3-6, switch hitter batting left makes that a blank. 6-5, he's going to fly to center. LaFleur is there. 1 down, here's Tony Muser. 1-3, that's one of the automatic star lines. So we got an automatic out. It is a 3, a ground ball to first. Thompson take it to the bag himself. 2 up, 2 down for Doug DeSense. 2-4, possible error if there's a throw. 4-3 is a question mark 7. That's a 14, and that's going to be too high for that. Only goes to a 9, so it's a fly out to left, and obviously no throw needed, so no error check required. It's going to end the inning. Go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-2 Orioles. as Fydrich would like some run support from his mates. All right, Mankowski the batter. 4-2, and that's a blank. Go to Mankowski. 5-3, single pass short. So the Tigers have the tying run on base. Mankowski's not going to run, has no attempt rating. We'll roll the strategy roll. Do we get a 20? No, we do not. All right, here's Ogilvy, infield double play depth. 2-4, and that's a potential strikeout. He's an 11. He's a 10, but the stadium adds 1. That's an 11. So I think that's the second time this game Ogilvy is struck out because of Tiger Stadium. So not too good results there. Nothing on the strategy. Here's Staub, infield still double play depth. 3-5. A potential walk. That's a 17. That's too much. No walk. Go to Staub. 5-5. That's a single pass first base. So on an S3 to get from first to third, you only need a 2 or higher BR rating. And Kowski has a 2, so he will make it to third base. Runners are on the corners, and Staub has no run rating, so he will not even try to attempt anything. But now runners are at the corners with 1 out. Infield again, double play depth. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Garland to Thompson. 6-3 is a strikeout chance. That's an 8. He will strike him out. Out number 2. Now the Oriole defense can go back to normal depth for Dan Meyer. Nothing on the strategy. Garland, 2-3 is a blank. We go to Meyer's card to finish. 5-5, he's going to fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. Too bad Thompson didn't do that. It could have been a sac fly. So they leave him on the corners. Do the Tigers, missing a golden opportunity. We go to the 7th, still 3-2 Orioles. Here on this Christmas Day edition of The Bird, where my Christmas present to everyone is I give them the bird. All right, here's Belanger. 6-3. Strikeout chance, he is gone. Belanger is out of there. Here's Dave Duncan. No relation to Sandy. 4-6 is a potential hit by pitch. He's a 2, but Fydrich is a -4, so no hit by pitch. Go to Duncan. 1-2. He's going to ground it to third. Mankowski all over it. 2 down. Here's Bumry. 3-6. That's a blank against the lefty. So we go to Bumry. 5-5. That's a single past second base. So Bumry is aboard with 2 outs, and he's going to attempt to steal, or at least try to get the jump. He's an 8. 1. He will get the jump. So he starts as a 16. -3 is a 13, -2 is an 11. 1-11, he makes it. And Kim threw him out. How about that? Caught stealing. 2-4. Ends the inning. So Bruce Kim with a laser down to second base says, don't run on me. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time at Tiger Stadium. It is the Orioles 3 and the Tigers 2. And Tabby's getting restless down there. I don't know if you can hear her or not, but she is making some noise. All right, Garland back out. He can face 32 batters, so he's definitely good to go. Right now he's faced 24. So he's probably good at least for 8 innings. Don't know about the 9th. Here's Bruce Kim. 6-6 is a double question mark against a right-hander. That's 1-4 for a star line. That's a 3, so it will be a star line. And it's going to be a ground ball to third. 1 away. And that will bring up Mark Wagner. 3-5, that's potential walk. That's a 9, too high, no walk. Wagner finished up on him 4-1. He's going to single pass first base. So Wagner's aboard. He's got an attempt of 1. And nothing's going on with that. So we go to Scrivener. Do they pinch hit for Scrivener? They're going to go ahead. He's 0 for 2, but they're going to go ahead and stick with him. 6-1 blank, so we go to Scrivener's card. 5-2, and he pops it up to second, so maybe they should have pinch hit for him. If he comes up again, they certainly will. Here's Ron LaFleur. Strategy roll, we got a 20. So that means 1's a balk, 2-6 is a pickoff, 7-8 is a pickoff error. This is the 3rd time that's happened. He's rolled 10 the last 2 times. This one's a 3, so it will be a pickoff. They pick off Wagner, napping over there at first base. And boy, Ralph Houck is giving Wagner the business as he gets picked off to end the inning. We go to the 8th. Still 3-2 in favor of the Orioles. Fydrich can face 34 batters. He's faced 28, so he's good for at least one more inning, if not 2. Here's Bobby Grich. He's actually pitched 6 innings he's pitched very well. It's just that 5th inning that he ran into problems. 4-3, and that is a potential single, but he's not tired. Go to Grich. 1-2. Starline 6 is a fly to center. And there's one away. Brings up Jackson. 1-1 is a strikeout chance. That's a 3. He's gone. So they finally get Reggie again. 2 down for Lee May. 5-1, and that's a ballpark check going to Tiger Stadium for Lee May. 4-2. Ground ball to in front of the plate, and Kim will take care of it as he throws to Thompson to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, still 3-2 Orioles. And time is running out for the Tigers. Top of the order, Ron LaFleur was at bat when Wagner was picked off. So he will get a chance to lead off. He is 0 for 3, though. He's got to get something started. 1-3 is a blank on Garland. Go to LaFleur. 1-4. He does get something started. A single pass shortstop. So LaFleur now has an chance of an 8. See what he can do. That's an 11, which means nothing's happening. So no hit and run, no anything, but he will be held, obviously. I mean, he will be at double play depth. But will the Orioles? Yeah. Here's Garland. Nothing happening on the strategy. 5-2 is a blank, so we go to Mankowski. 1-6 is a fly to center, one away. Brings up Oaklevy. Checking the strategy, nothing happening. Garland, 5-5, potential walk. That's a 20, though, way too much. Go to Oaklevy, 5-2. That's a star line 4, which is a ground ball to third, and they were at double play depth, so it's a 5 rating. Second baseman pivot to 0. So anything other than a 6, and we got a double play. And we do. 5-4-3 around the horn. Just what the doctor ordered. And we're going to the 9th. Still 3-2. Favor the Orioles. They won this game in real life 5-3. Fydrich now has faced a total of 31 batters. So I guess they're going to let him keep going here. They do have Singleton, Muser, and DeSensei up. So the only way he can qualify for a win is to pitch this 9th inning and have his team come back. Otherwise, he's going to be saddled with the loss anyway. So you might as well try him. Keep him going here. 3-4, and he found a star line. That's a good start. Star line 3 is a ground ball to first. And Singleton is out of there. Here's Muser. 6-2 is a range play at the ballpark. 4-5, and whoops, up here, 4-5, and that is a rare play. We're in the blank spot. So we're going to the rare play with bases empty. Rare play, bases empty. And we get a 51. And it says slow roller to second who possibly bobbles, then possibly throws wild to first. So roll against the second baseman error rate, first for the bobble, then for the throw. So we got 2 rolls against the error rate of Scrivener, who's a 7. So if either one of these rolls on the D20 is 7 or less, he'll make an error. 9, he passes the first check. He does not bobble it. Does he throw it away? He does not. So it's good play. And I'm assuming since there's no error, that means that he's out. Makes sense to me. I don't know what other result you can have. Because it's not a base hit. It's just a straight out error check. All right, so 2 down. And here's DeSensei. 6-4, double question mark against a right-hander. 1-16 is a star line. That's a 10. That's going to be a star line. So Fydrich will get him on a ground ball to third. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Tigers. As they trail it 3-2. They will have, heart of the order, 3 lefties coming up. Staub, Thompson, and Meyer. Oriole bullpen check the Oriole bullpen. They do have Tippy Martinez loosening, just in case Wayne Garland falters a little bit. Tippy Martinez is loosening in the bullpen. Right now, he has faced 30 batters. He can face 32 without getting tired, so he may get tired after a couple of batters. We shall see. First things first, Rusty Staub. He's 1 for 3 with a single. 4-1. Home run question mark. 1 to 13 passes that check. That's an 11. So it passes. Staub has to roll a 1 to 9 to be a home run. It's a 5. It's gone. Rusty Staub homers to tie the game at 3 here in the bottom of the 9th. Unbelievable. That takes Fydrich off the hook for the loss. He could qualify for a win if the Tigers win it here in the 9th inning. So now Thompson is up, and this is batter number 32 right here. So I think they're going to make the move. Garland's going to come out, and they're going to bring in Tippy Martinez, especially with lefties coming up. With the lefty Thompson and Meyer coming up, they're going to go with Martinez. But I think we're going to get a pinch hitter for Dan Meyer. I believe we're going to get a pinch hitter. Mickey Stanley has already grabbed a bat. So Mickey Stanley will pinch hit and stay in the game to play left field for Dan Meyer. So Mickey Stanley will be the pinch hitter after Thompson. Mickey Stanley. He's a 3, 11, and a 0. All right, but first things first, Thompson could end it right here. You never know. Lefty on lefty against Tippy Martinez. 5-4. Possible error on a ground ball. 5-6 is a ground ball. Let's see. Wait a minute. Against a lefty, that's a single past the pitcher. He's facing a lefty. That's a single past the pitcher. No error to worry about. He's got a 0 error rating. But it's a single for Thompson. So the winning run is now on. And he's got an attempt of 1. So let's see if anything happens with that. It's a 2, so it's a hit and run with Mickey Stanley. Mickey Stanley is going to be up there for a hit and run. We will check the chance on Martinez's card for a strikeout first, or a walk, or whatever. 1-3 is a strikeout chance. That's a 10 too much, so it's not going to be a strikeout, so Stanley will get the bat on the ball. 4-2 is a ground ball to second, but it is a hit and run, so on a hit and run, when you do a hit and run, the base running rating gets added by 2 and the double play rating goes down 2. So his double play rating drops to a 1. So let's see if they need a 1 to be a double play. They don't get it. It would have been a double play without the hit and run. So with it being a 3, the base running rating of the man on first is elevated. So Thompson will get to second base, as the only play will be a throw from second to first. Thompson is now the winning run at second base with 1 out and Bruce Kim the batter. 1 out and Bruce Kim the batter. Do they pinch run for Thompson? He's a BR3. It's probably the best they have anyway. I don't see anybody that's got a better BR than him on the bench. Stanley was the only one that did, and he just hit. So I'm going to stick with Thompson at second base as the runner. Here's Bruce Kim. Check Martinez for a strategy roll. Nothing happening. 2-1 is a range play at Tiger Stadium. 2-6 is a ground ball to short. So we're checking the range of the shortstop, Belanger. He's a 5. And he makes that play easily. Runner will have to hold. So 2 down, and it's up to Mark Wagner, or else we're going to extra innings. Nothing on the 20. Martinez to Wagner. 5-1's a star line, so we're going to extra innings. That's automatic out. 2 is a ground ball to third. We've got extra frames. Free baseball here on Christmas, and why not? It's a gift, so why not be free? Why not be extra? So both starters now are not in the decision anymore. As we're going to the 10th, both starters are removed. They both get no decisions. So let's figure out what Fydrich did. He went 9 innings, gave up 3 runs. They were all earned. Let's see how many hits he gave up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got him for 8 hits. Let's see. I don't think he walked anybody. Did not walk anyone. And the strikeouts, not very many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got him for 5 strikeouts. So we go to the 10th. It'll be Belanger, Duncan, and Bumry for the Orioles. And who's going to come in and pitch for the Tigers? It's going to be Steve Grilly. So Steve Grilly, the right-hander, is in. Steve Grilly to face Belanger, top of the 10th. And of course, she only goes to 10 innings, so I have to come up with something if we go past 10. 6-1 is a strikeout chance, but 17's too much. Belanger 1-3 flies to center. One away for Dave Duncan. 4-6, possible error if there's a throw. 6-1 is a single to center, so no throw needed. It will just simply be a single for Dave Duncan. Now they may pinch run for Duncan. I think they will, because he doesn't run well at all. And they'll bring in Rick Dempsey to catch in the bottom of the 10th. But to pinch run, they're going to use... They don't have a lot of guys that run all that well. They're going to use light-hitting infielder Tim Nordbrook to pinch run. So pinch running is Nordbrook. So Nordbrook will pinch run. But then coming in to catch will be Dempsey in the bottom of the inning. And Dempsey, defensively, a better catcher, 5, 6, 7, and a -2. So there you have it. Now, the pinch runner, in this case, Nordbrook has an attempt of 2, so we can't ignore that. He's got an attempt of 2. Grilly's a -1, though, so attempt of actually 1, but so that didn't happen. So nothing going on there. Grilly to Bumry, infield double play depth. 6-3 is a blank on Grilly. We go to Bumry's card. 5-6 is a ground ball to short, chance for a double play. His double play rating's a 0. His is a 2, but we add 1 for the double play depth, makes it a 3. 1 to 3 is a double play. It's a 5, so that means it's just going to be a fielder's choice because 5 is greater than the run rating of the runner at first, Nordbrook. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. So Bumry's aboard with 2 down, so he's going to take a chance of getting a jump. 1 to 7 will do it. He does not do it. So he's on board at first base with 2 down, infield regular depth. Here's Grilly to Gritch. 2-5, strikeout chance. That will do it. And the Orioles are gone here in the 10th. So we go to the bottom of the 10th. Still 3-3. And the new catcher, of course, is Rick Dempsey. Martinez back in. He can face 7 batters. He's faced 5 right now. And so the Oriole bullpen, again, is got some activity down there. Fred Holdsworth, a right-hander, is loosening. Right now, Martinez is going to stay in there. Against Scrivener, 5-6 is a possible hit by pitch. That's a 7. He's a 0, so no hit by pitch. Scrivener, 2-5. Single to right field, so I was thinking about taking him out. I left him in, and he pays off with a base hit. Now, he's not going to try to run anywhere, but they could pinch hit with LaFleur, although you're taking the bat out of LaFleur's hands if you do that. And you got a whole bunch of lefties against Martinez. So they're going to have him swing away. Check the strategy roll. Nothing happening. Martinez to LaFleur. 2-5 is a strikeout chance. That's a 7. He's gone. So LaFleur strikes out. Good thing he didn't try to bunt, huh? All right. So here is Mankowski, but he's going to be pulled back, lefty on lefty. They're going to go to another player, assuming they have somebody to play third base. And that's a big assumption. They do not have anybody else to play third base. The only guy that could play third base is Mickey Stanley. Well, he's in left field, so they could move him to third base and then bring in somebody else to play left field. So they're going to pinch hit with Alex Johnson. So Alex Johnson's going to pinch hit for Mankowski. And he will actually stay in the game to play left field. He's only a 1, 8, and a 1. And then Stanley will come in and play third, will move over to third base, where Stanley checks in as a third baseman. as a 3 and a 5. So the wheels turn some more, I guess you could say. All right, so Alex Johnson, the pinch hitter. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Martinez, 4-3 is a blank. We go to Johnson. 1-6, ground ball to second, could be a double play. He's a 2, it becomes a 3 with it playing halfway. So 1-3, it's a double play. It is. So that's going to do it. 4-6-3. We're going to the 11th. And that's going to be it for Tippy Martinez. He's going to go just his 2 innings as Garland went 8. So we go to the top of the 11th. And Mickey Stanley will move to third base as Alex Johnson stays in the game to play left field. And now Grilly can face 8 batters. He's only faced 4, so he's going to stay in there to face Reggie Jackson. And I'm out of room on my score sheet, so I'm going to write it on a piece of paper, I guess, or just keep it in my head what the scoring is. I'm not worried about it anymore because Fydrich is not in there, so I'm not keeping track of anything any further in the game. I'm not even keeping track of who wins. I just want to play it out so I can finish it out. Here's Grilly to Jackson. 3-3, and that's a potential home run straight up right here. That's an 8. That's a 20. Reggie has gone deep. So Reggie Jackson, a home run here in the top of the 11th. Top of the 11th, it's a home run. And the Orioles now lead it 4-3. They won this game in real life 5-3, but I believe it was in regular 9 innings. I'm not sure. Really now 1-5 is the ballpark card. We're going to Tiger Stadium for Lee May. 4-1, that's a single plus, so it's possible double. The single went to right field. The right fielder Ogilvy's a 0 arm. Lee May's a 2. So 1-2, and he can advance to second base with a double. He does not. He has to hold as a single. So Lee May's at first. He has no attempt. He's got a 1 attempt, but Grilly's a -1, so it's no attempt. We'll roll the strategy roll to see if there's a pickoff. There's not. Here's Singleton. Double play depth for the Tigers. 2-6. Singleton's a switch hitter batting left, so it's a blank. Singleton, 3-6. Single to right field. So they're starting to get to Grilly. Single to right field on the S9. To get from first to third, you add 2 to the base running rating. Lee May's a 2. He becomes a 4. And Ogilvy's a 0. So 4 or less, he'll make it. And he has to hold, so he cannot make it. So Lee May doesn't run all that well. Will hold at second base. Runners are at first and second. And Grilly, I think it's going to come out of there. They're going to remove Grilly. Muser's coming up, so they're going to bring in a lefty. And they're going to bring in Jim Crawford, the lefty. Left-hander Jim Crawford will be coming on. Jim Crawford, a left-hander, will be on to face Muser. So Jim Crawford trying to get out of this and keep it a 1-run game if he can, but it's going to be tough. First and second, nobody out. Muser the batter. 20 is a strategy roll. We got a 20. 1-6 is a pickoff. The pickoff would be at second base if it occurs. And it does. So he picks Lee May off second base, comes right into the game and picks Lee May off at second base for a big out. How about that by Crawford? Nothing on the strategy roll this time. Muser stepping up with Singleton at first. 3-5, and 3-5 is a ballpark, so we're going to Tiger Stadium. 4-5. 4-5 is again a rare play, this time with people on base. Another 2d6 roll. 52. Center fielder dives after sinking liner, resolved as an S8 range play. Check for injury, but we're not messing with injuries. It's just a range play. Ron LaFleur is a 3. And he cannot get to it. It's going to be a single. S8. S8. And Singleton to go from first to third on an S8. His BR rating is a 2. Loses 1, makes it a 1. LaFleur is a +1, makes it a 2. 1-2, he will make it to third base. And he does. So Singleton motors to third base. as there are now 2 outs. I forgot to add one for there being 2 outs. So runners are now in the corners. Runners are on the corners with 2 down for Doug DeSensei. Check the pick off, nothing happening. DeSensei, let's see, 6-5 is a range play, so we're going to DeSensei's card for the range. 5-1s, pop up to short, so we're checking the range of Wagner, who's a 4. And he has to haul this in. And he does. So that saved a run again. So all that mess, just the 1 run. I mean, you say just, but it's the 1 run. It's now a 4-3 game as we go to the bottom of the 11th. And new pitcher for the Orioles now, since Martinez is out of there, is going to be Fred Holdsworth. He did have 2 saves on the regular season. And he's going to try to nail it down for the Orioles here in the 11th. He has to face some lefties, though. Ogilvy, Staub, and Thompson. He's got 3 lefties to face. And I don't think, if I looked again, I don't think the Orioles have another lefty reliever. They do have Mike Flanagan, and he's more of a starter, as is Ross Grimsley. So none of those are true relief pitchers. You're really down to basically Dyer Miller or Fred Holdsworth. So I'm going to go with Fred Holdsworth. And Ben Ogilvy starts things off in the 11th. 2-1 is potential walk. 11 will be too much. We go to Ogilvy. 5-5, and that's a single pass short. So here come the Tigers again. Ogilvy's a 4. Subtract 1 from Holdsworth makes him a 3 to get a jump. And he does not get the jump, so he will hold. Infield will be at double play depth for Rusty Staub. Can he do it again? He homered in the bottom of the 9th to send us to extra innings. Can he homer in the bottom of the 11th to walk us off? Nothing on a strategy. I didn't need to roll a strategy roll because he has no pickoff or anything, so forget that. All right, here is Holdsworth to Staub. 6-2 is a star line, so Staub won't get the chance. It'll be an automatic star line, which is a 5, which is a ground ball to short. Could be a double play. His double play rating now becomes a 4, playing halfway, plus the 1 from Holdsworth makes it a 5. So 1 to 5, it's a double play. And it is. So 6-4-3 double play. So Staub nowhere near the hero on that one. So 2 down, bases empty, last chance for Jason Thompson. 6-3 is a walk plus, so Jason Thompson will walk. And how big is that double play? Thompson has an attempt of 1, but Holdsworth is a -1, so it's a net 0. Skip that. There's no pick-off chance, so skip the strategy roll altogether. And Mickey Stanley is up. 4-3, and that is a star line against a lefty, but a blank against a righty. So we go to Stanley. That's a leaner. 6-6. Liner to third, and the ball game's over. So that's going to do it. The Orioles hold on and win it 4-3, and they spoil the Christmas cheer of the Tigers. Although, a little bit extra in the stocking of Rusty Staub from the Bird, because Staub got the Bird off the hook, or off the ledge, if you want to call it that, for the loss. But final score, 4-3 Baltimore. They won it 5-3 in real life. They win this one 4-3. Winning pitcher was actually Tippy Martinez. The loser was Steve Grilly. And the save goes to Fred Holdsworth. So hope you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch from Tiger Stadium. The Bird is the word. He got a no decision. But there's always next time around. So hope you all are having a wonderful Christmas wherever you are. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And I will see you all down the road.